I was having so much fun creating the center for number 3, which was your Renaissance scavenger hunt, that I might have gotten a little bit carried away. And as I was looking for a 4th center, I decided to take into account some of the comments many of you had for your survey last week and give you a free day. So center number 3 may take you more than an hour, more than one class period. So whenever you're at center 4, you have more time to work on it. And the other reverse is true. If you're at center 4 first, that means you're going to end up at center 3. You don't need to worry about finishing it for homework that first night. You'll have another class day to work on it. I would not expect that it takes you more than 2 days, but it should probably take you more than 1. So for your scavenger hunt, you're going to be identifying and explaining some main ideas and details that you find in a variety of different media formats. So those media formats are websites. I have 2 here. I found these 2. You can certainly go to other websites if you would like to, but these 2 had really the information condensed down to 1 or 2 pages that should make it a little easier for you to navigate. So you're just going to go through, answer the questions. If there's a blue link like this, then it's linked to another page, and this is going to be a video that'll teach you how you can become your own Renaissance man or woman. Here's another link talking about how Shakespeare influenced the English language. And then this is the one that's probably going to be the hardest for you to do, and I think might take a little bit of time. Did you know that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were named after famous artists of the Renaissance? So you're going to be looking at Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo and identifying the impact that they had on the Renaissance with their work. One of their famous paintings or sculptures or inventions. And then an explanation in your own words, making sure that you don't plagiarize, of how that work was impactful or why it's so famous. One of the things I want you to do is use these 5 words, or try to use all 5 words, somewhere within this description of the impact or the explanation of the work. So of course before you can do that, you're going to have to define those words. And then try to use, once you know the meanings, try to use them in your explanation of what each artist was good at. So my example here is going to be a separate screencast that'll show you about about Raphael. So I would go through and do the first couple, do the first section of this first, and then when you get down to here, go ahead and watch my example, and you'll see how I did this section using Raphael. I would advise that you use this resource as well in looking for your information, but again, it's up to you if you want to go to other websites. I may continue to add a couple questions to this as the weekend goes on, so make sure you scroll all the way to the bottom before you finish and submit this. Make sure you click the Turn In button so I know that you're done. And I'm going to say that at the end of day 4, if you have not finished it, so I should say the end of your 2nd day at this center. So if you were at center 3, you work on it for that hour, you get to center 4, you work on it for that hour, then I want you just to go ahead and turn it in. Don't spend any more time working on it for homework. With that being said, don't also sit there struggling with one part of this. If you are stuck and you really have problem solved it to your extreme, make sure you ask, and I will guide you, give you a little bit more guidance. If you do finish early, you have a couple of choices. You can work on your 7 Wonders project. Some of you are at the point where you maybe are ready to start thinking about your trifold. If not, you can just continue researching. You may read. In your Google Classroom, you have your Genius Hour project. You could also use this time to get caught up on any other schoolwork that you have, or you could update your Padlet of books. And for the reading, if there's an empty, comfy seat somewhere in the room, then feel free to go ahead and relocate over there. Just make sure that if you're sitting there to read, that that is actually what you are doing. Okay? Have fun.